Hello and welcome back, kiddos. I'm going to get this all set up and make sure that we are running just fine so that we can tackle the background on Miss Black Cat Bess. Let's see, make sure people can find us. And what do I know? Julie is the first here again. Hello, Julie. There we are. Okay, we're looking good. Perfect. And Tracy is here. Hello, Tracy. All right. So, I guess before I get rolling again, we'll just I just want to one last time while I've got you guys here talk about Kelly's Labor Day sale. It's going through Wednesday. 25% off all physical product in the store, plus free shipping if you're in the States. Hey, Jamie. Love the new haircut, girl. You're looking oh so chic. Last day for the Sweet November bundle, where you get all 4 of the It's Halloween Witches, and you'll get the background scene builder set for free. So that is still going on. And then the big one I want to talk about again is the cool posting incentive program that we are starting up in the group. You feel very pale right now. Well, join the club, my friend. It's like, as you can see from my hands, not a lot of tan going on there. But yeah, so we just want to start seeing people posting their cards, posting their planner pages, posting their altered art. And we thought it would be cool to give a little incentive to do that. And so for all of you amazing gals and guys out there who have been adding the Sweet November Witches to your digital collections this weekend, we want to see them in use. I absolutely understand. I'm right there with everybody. I love collecting stamps. I love collecting digital stamps. And sometimes it can take a while to get to them. And it always feels very satisfying then when I finally, ink up or print out a stamp that might have been in my stash for a little bit, trying to fulfill its stamping destiny. So we want to motivate you to get these printed out and get creating with them this month. So make something. Be sure to post it in the 7 Kids group. We have a special folder that's for the Sweet November Incentive Challenge. You can put as many projects in there as you'd like. Each one will get you an entry into the grand prize, which is winning. One person will win the entire October Sweet November digital release. And we'll just kind of continue that on where, so after the October release is out, during the month of October, you use those digital stamps, create, share in the group, post your work, and you'll get entered to win the November. And the free digis count as well. So Little Boo would count as well. So there's no excuse not to. Yes, I love the instant gratification of digital stamps. There's pros and cons to everything, to both of them, stamps versus each one has their strengths and each one has their weaknesses. Digital stamps, the way you can manipulate the size, you can easily mirror image them. You can, with PNG files, you can take them into Word or into Photoshop and merge them to create those scenes automatically. Quickly. So there's a lot of the blowing them up. I've been posting the cards that I did where I took the girls and just focus on their faces. That's always a fun technique as well. So yeah, have fun and play and experiment with the digital stamps. Really, get into it and enjoy it and share. I want to see, we all want to see, but I want to see what you do with these Sweet November stamps, because I just get a kick out of, seeing everyone's different interpretation of the characters. It's just amazing. All right. So we've got a few people here. I am going to butcher this. Lorigami? Hello? Thank you for being here. Steal it. Take it. Run with it, Jamie. Seeing big heads all over the internet would make me so happy. All right. So we've got... And Carrie Ann is here. Hello. And Tanya. Hello from Australia. That's awesome. We are just getting people from all over. We are going to be tackling an indoor scene. So yesterday we did Full Moon Fae out in the wilderness under the full moon. And so today I thought it would be fun to put Bess inside with the bubbling cauldron behind her and all her little kitties. So that is what we are going to start doing. We might give everybody a minute or two more, see who else we can get to come in and say hello. So while we wait, let's just see. There we go. Okay. Make sure I'm still going here. Perfect. Okay. Well, I think that's good. Let's get going. They can catch up on the replay. So, when I'm starting an indoor scene, and especially like for this one, I know that I want her kind of in a rustic setting, so it's going to be a lot of wood. So I'm going to grab a very light brown and start sketching in where I want kind of my corners of my walls and the floor. And I just grabbed like an E30. And I'm just going to, let's see, we've got a kitty back here, because I know I want to put kind of a corner over here. So I'm just going to kind of sketch up a diagonal line. It's going to recede back there. And then I'll have it meet right here. You'll notice, I'm not using any rulers. If you're more comfortable in doing that, you'll feel free to pull one out and have a go at it. But I've mentioned, the backgrounds don't have to be perfect. They're not the focal point. You want your character to be the focal point. So nobody's going to be really studying your lines and making sure that everything's super straight, super detailed. It's not important. You're just giving the impression of this is the space she's living in. But you don't have to go all out fussing with details and all that stuff. So I've got my basic corner of the room, and I also want to give her a window over here, and I think it's going to be not just a regular window, but I want to do kind of an inset window seat kind of thing. So I'm just going to follow this same diagonal up, and let's see, cut it off. Let's see, about here. So there's the seat. And my other diagonal line. And then we'll take a line straight across here. All right, so you can see I already goofed up my lines. They're not matching up. That's why I start with the light marker. Because the nice thing about that is now that I've got it sketched in, I re-sketch in my line to give me the correct proportions. And by the time I get into coloring this in, that line's going to disappear and the goof is erased basically. So I've got that window seat there. And oh, so I used my corner. So again, here goes Amy kind of. So I got to give myself a new corner right there. All right, now we're good to go. Now I've got my window seat and we can get rolling. Okay. So let us tackle the wood floor first. And I'm just going to use the same E30. And I'm going to start filling in the space. Kind of like we did yesterday with the sky and the grass. I'm just getting a layer of the E30 down. Being a little careful around her so I don't accidentally grab and drag any of that bright purple into my wood. So what's everybody up to this afternoon? It's awfully quiet out there. Home from a cookout. Oh, that sounds good. I actually have a family barbecue later this evening as well. Gotta wrap up the end of summer with a little barbecue. All right, so I'm gonna hold that up. I'm gonna raise my line up a little bit over here. Okay, I'm happier with that. Okay, watching me. Well, I feel very honored that you've chosen to spend your afternoon with me. 8:12 a.m. Monday morning here. Tanya is speaking to us from the future. If I had any winning lotto numbers that I needed to know, I'd ask ya. All right, so now sticking with that E30 combo, let's see. I'm going to use I'm going to jump up to an E35. Oh, nice. More barbecue and a birthday celebration. That is always fun. Okay, so now I'm going to start kind of marking in the planks of wood. And the first one is just going to be alongside that bench seat. And then, again, I'm just going to kind of skip a space. You could get a ruler out if you wanted to, but I don't bother. Because, again, this floor is not the focal point. And as long as I get the gist of it, we will be good to go. Because we're going for a very rustic cabin. Oh, that's right. You're lucky enough you're going to be getting a bench seat in your crafty room. One of these days you'll have to invite us all down to your new place for crafty weekend, Jamie. Okay. Now I'm going to do some kind of cross. So I'm going to kind of pick a board and every other one, kind of line it up. Oh, I have these flies that got in. They're driving me nuts. So I got those there, and then I kind of find the halfway mark on every other board and add those in. Get out of here, fly. Yeah, she does. Or wing a fly. That might scare him off. Fly wings or whatever. She needs something because they're a nuisance. Alright, so I think we're pretty good with that. Okay. I'm also going to use this E35 to start putting the wood grain in as well. So when I do wood grain, it's kind of a pressure thing. So like if you start light when you're pulling your line and then go give the marker more pressure and then pull up, it'll give you an uneven, nice kind of wood grain line. So that's basically what I'm doing when I am adding these wood grains in. So it's hard to tell on camera, but so I'm kind of, either starting dark, starting a lot of pressure and lightening up, and then going heavy again, and just varying the width of each line. And then let's just kind of skipping around, do some little curly cues, that kind of thing. Just have fun with it. So you just kind of play with pressure, go heavy, lighten up, go light, do some little curlies. And just keep doing that on each of your boards. Doesn't have to be anything perfect or precise. We just want to get some varying lines going. You're still making fun of that BV29 on my fingers. I know, it's what, 2 days and 2 showers and it's still not completely gone. Yeah, it does kind of look like seaweed. It's just kind of scraggly little lines. How did you get your finger all black? Is that callus from coloring? Yep, totally. I don't think about it, but I probably have one there too. All right, we're getting close to the end of this. Not hard, just kind of tedious. And I'm going to have to get a drink of water. Because I'm about to cough. Okay. So it looks like I got all the wood grain in. Perfect. So now I'm going to find my medium tone in between E30 and E35. So E30, let's go. I don't want that dark. Let's go E31. So I've got my E31. You could have used E33 for a little bit darker finish, E34 for an even darker finish. But I'm going to keep this wood a little lighter. And now, all that work, and we're going to go right over everything. Just one more time, whole pass. That's going to knock down the wood grain. But we'll still be able to see the pattern that we created. But it won't be so in your face. Am I in screen? Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going over all that wood. Making it blend in. One last little bit here. Okay. That looks good. So now we got to do some little drop shadows because this is what's going to help ground all of our little characters into that space. So I'm going to grab, let's do, where's my E34? There it is. enjoy the barbecues. Happy birthday to your mom, Jamie. E34. And just going to start putting in some shadow underneath Bess here. Underneath the kitties. Have a little bit come out here. And there'll be a little shadow from her wand. And the ribbon. And then under our kitties, we want them casting some shadow too. Under her ponytail, back underneath that cauldron, and our bottles. Okay, I think everybody who needed some shading. Oh, and this little window seat's going to have a little shading along its edge. And then just one more pass with the E31. Kind of pulling that shadow out, blending it into the wood a bit. Just like so. Okay. So see how it looks a little bit more like they're sitting down in there, that they're really physically on that wood just by a simple little application of darker color. That's what we're going for. All right, so now we've got the walls to tackle. I don't know if I want to go with wood walls because that'd be an awful lot of brown. So if anybody's got a suggestion for what color we want our wall to be, now is the time to speak up because I am open to suggestions. Let's see who's the first one to get a suggestion in this time. Dramatic pause for the delay. Let's see. Any ideas? Anybody? Anybody? What color? What color? A gray brick? We can do a gray brick. Gray brick. So what kind? Let's see. Let's go with... Reagan agrees. So 2 votes for gray. That's what we're doing. Let us choose the teas. Let's go teas. Just because I want them a little warm to go with that warm yellow-brown wood, but not so warm as a W. So we'll grab out 2, 3, and 4. Let's try that. Okay, so I'm going to go with my, here I was pulling out the wrong 2, T2, 2, 3. Okay, so T2. Toner gray, and doesn't matter if you don't have T's, toner grays, use what you got, whether you got the C's, the W's, same technique. You'll just get a slightly different shade of gray, but it'll all work. Okay, so I'm just going to get my color down exactly like we did yesterday with the sky. I just want a nice base color. I think I'm going to leave a space here, put something back there, whether it's a painting or a bookshelf. We'll leave our options open. But I think she would have something along that wall. So we'll skip a space and leave it white for now. I'm up against that corner. And again, another reason for sketching in light is you want to be able to color over it and hide it eventually as you start putting your darker colors on. Okay, and then this little part is going to be wall as well. As is this. I wish I was a witch at the moment and could cast a spell to kill this silly little fly. And then this is wall here. Okay, I'm going to have it wrap around just a tiny bit. Have a little bit of wall here around our window. Okay. Yeah, that fly is going to be dead as soon as this video is over and I can go grab the fly swatter. His days are numbered. All right. T3, and I'm just going to come up from the floor and whatever this is going to be, I know it's going to cast a little bit of a shadow, so I'm going to bring my darker gray along its edge. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing as I swat the little bugger. Revenge, revenge, I say. Alright. So, a little bit here. I see Francis is joining us again. Hello, Francis. We are just in the middle of coloring in some gray brick wall in Bess's little magic studio. I'm going a lot darker on this wall because as the light shines through, it's going to this is kind of not getting hit by the light directly. So it's going to be darker along this side on this wall. There. Okay. Now I've got T4. I'm just going to repeat, just not pulling it up as far. and alongside whatever this is going to be. And then it's also going to go on this wall as well. A little bit down here. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Now I'm just going to work my way back down, blending out that T3. I'm just like we did on her clothes, on her hat, where I'm kind of letting the marker sit on the paper, letting that color saturate in. Oops. Good thing that cat has a gray ear, because I just kind of went over it. And then down here. And up here. Back to my T2 to finish that off. Okay. Now we want to let that dry before we start making it look like brick. So we'll kind of skip ahead, and I'm going to put a little bit of blue in the window there. And let's see, what kind of blue? I want B52. Because it's got a little bit of gray to it. If I can find it. There it is. Okay. So I've got my B52. And I am just coloring that sky in out there. I'll leave a little bit of white for the edge of the window there. So we got B52, and then I will grab, oh, let's go B00, just to kind of lighten it up, blend it out. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of trial and error. And, I mean, definitely you can see I messed up, didn't get the lines quite right the first time around. But you just kind of keep on trucking, and that's why you use light markers. And the reason why I use light markers, it's not great to like sketch in with pencil, because the graphite from the pencil can muck up your nibs. And so if you color over a lot of pencil marks, you'll be having to replace your nibs a lot quicker. So that just got me to start being brave and start sketching in with marker over kind of the comfort zone, this, safety zone of my kind of go-to pencil kind of thing. So that's why you'll see me grabbing light markers to start the sketches out on these backgrounds over grabbing a pencil and doing it. Yeah. And so we've got a little bit of blue. And since we have that, we might as well hint at a little bit of a tree out there. So let's grab, like I've got YG93. And I'm just going to kind of hint at the idea of a tree being out there in her backyard. And I'm going to also throw in some YR14 since it's October and the leaves will be changing. So getting that in there. And then the YG95. And if I do that kind of along the bottom, do a little cluster here and there, that creates the kind of shadows in the branches. Simple, simple. Not a lot to it. And we can also grab like an E47 or 44. E44. And just kind of toss in a branch here and there. Okay. So we've got our window done. Now we need a little cushion on our window seat here. So I'm open to color suggestions for that. If anybody has a vision for what they would like the little window seat cushion to look like, speak now or forever hold your peace. Any colors? What color cushion would Prue have, or I mean Bess, have in her little studio, her magic studio? Blue tufted. Okay, we can do that. And Reagan says purple. That's okay, because I was kind of leaning towards a purpley blue color family. So I was going to grab out the B60s. If I can find them. I see my B60 there. Let's see if I put them away with my purple markers. Yep, there they are. Oh, that's going to be, it's not purple purple. They're still blues. They're light hydrangea and clematis. So they're Bs, B66, B63. So we're kind of meeting in the middle there. And what else do I want to put with them? Let's see where we go from here. Let's start with our B63. So I've got B63. I'm going to just lay that down. In her window seat. Okay. That does look pretty good with the gray. Good choice, girls. Good choice. I knew you wouldn't lead me astray. B69. So just like we made this wall dark, because the light's shooting past it, we're going to do kind of the edge of the tufted window seat darker, because it's not getting that full light like the top of the window seat is. And this also allows me to make the cushion a little wider, a little more comfy for Bess and the kitties. I can just imagine the kitties taking turns laying in the sun on this window seat. Okay, so now we're also going to use this really dark to put in our little tufted spots that we will work our color around. Okay. Now we've got our mid-tone, which is the B66. So this is where we're going to start creating that kind of, the look like it's kind of dented in with those tufted buttons on the seat. I'm just kind of putting in the shadow, the shade, opposite there, the light. And we're also going to pull it up, start wrapping it. Around there. And we'll give it, and along the window there. Okay, it's looking pretty good. And we just kind of, give it some little shootouts from those little buttons. They will get blended out so we can go kind of crazy with it. Okay. Now I'm going to use that B63 again to blend that all together. And I can already tell come on. Are we back? I lost you for a second. Hello, hello, can anybody hear me? I'm back on my phone. I just don't know if I'm back for everyone else. Yay! I'm back. Okay. Woo! That scared me. Okay, well, during that little interruption, I grabbed out the BV29 because I wanted to reinforce with a little bit darker color the little buttons down here that are creating the tufting. Tanya, hi! Oh no, I'm fuzzy again? Let's see if this works. We're back, but are we fuzzy? Can you hear me, guys? Hopefully that's the last of the little interruptions. I don't know if it's just my phone getting hot or what. You see me? Let's refresh on here, see if we're back. still fuzzy. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. What's the solution here? Come on, focus, camera. Yesterday, the solution was to stop the video and start a whole new one. I think we might have to do that because I don't want to continue this with it being fuzzy for you guys. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this one. And I'll just start a whole new one and see if that does the trick. Hang with me, folks.